Psalm 31 verse 5. Into your hands I commit my spirit. Deliver me, Lord, my faithful God. There's a moment many people experience when they realize that the world does not bend according to their plans. It usually happens when something occurs that you can't fix. Sometimes it's a conversation that goes wrong. Sometimes it's a situation at work that you can't manage. Sometimes it's a relationship where someone else's choice affects your life. In those moments, you arrive at an uncomfortable discovery. I cannot control everything. Yet many of us are raised with the idea that a good life is a well-managed life. From an early age, we learn that we must make things work, we must solve problems, and we must secure outcomes. And over time, our identity begins to form around this ability. When things go well, I feel capable. When things begin to fall apart, it can feel as if something inside of me is falling apart as well. And this is precisely where the prayer of Jesus opens another way for us. On the cross, he prays the words, "Into your hands I commit my spirit." This is not a prayer of control. It's a prayer of surrender. And Jesus doesn't try to manipulate the situation or force a specific outcome. Instead, he entrusts himself completely to the Father. This reminds us that surrender does not begin when everything makes sense. Surrender begins when we realize we don't have to make everything make sense. We don't have to manage every outcome in order to be safe. So today's practice is simple. Take a moment and think about something in your life that you're trying to control. It may be that relationship or a decision or a situation that keeps returning to mind. The purpose of this moment isn't to solve the problem, but to simply acknowledge that you can't fully control it. And then to pray, "Lord, I acknowledge that I can't control the situation, so I place it into your hands." Something subtle shifts in the soul when we start praying like this. The situation might not change immediately, but our inner posture begins to change. We begin to discover that faith doesn't mean solving everything ourselves. Faith means placing our lives into the hands of God. Praying this prayer doesn't mean I'm becoming passive. It simply means I stop living as if everything ultimately depends on me. And life becomes lighter when we realize that God's hands are greater than our own. So throughout the day, you can repeat this prayer whenever tension rises. "Lord, into your hands I place this."